Ever wonder what a single day can tell you about a place? Well, today we're finding out. We're going to zoom in on Saturday, January 31st in Hastings, Minnesota. We'll look at everything: the weather, some real world advice for the day, and even a little bit of history, all based on a local report from hastingsnow.com.
I mean, what a perfect way to start, right? This quote just sets the scene so beautifully. Sunshine over the Mississippi River. But, and this is key, when the air is doing that classic January is still in charge thing, you can practically feel that crisp, bright air. It just captures that whole Minnesota winter vibe. It's gorgeous, but it's a cold that you definitely have to respect.
So, what does January is in charge actually look like in the forecast? Let's dive into the details for the day. Okay, this forecast really tells a story in two parts. First, you've got a cold but pretty calm day. But then you see a definite shift coming overnight. The high is only 18, the low is 11, winds are light, but the main event, that's the snow that's set to roll in after 3 a.m. Let's just focus on that high temperature for a moment. 18 degrees. You know, with the sun out, it might look perfectly pleasant through a window, but make no mistake, that is properly cold. It's the kind of temperature where the air has a real bite to it. And here is the absolute key for the end of the day: a 90% chance of snow. You know, that's about as close to a sure thing as you're ever going to get in a weather forecast. That calm, clear day is absolutely going to transform while everyone's asleep. Now, we're not talking about some massive blizzard here. The forecast is calling for about 1 inch of snow. It's just enough to cover everything in a fresh, clean blanket of white by Sunday morning, completely changing the landscape and, hey, maybe your morning plans too. So, knowing all that, how do you actually prepare for a day like this? Let's see how all this data turns into some genuinely practical advice. This is just great, straightforward advice. First up, gear up. And I absolutely love this description of the cold. It looks fine, feels spicy. That is perfect. Second, be prepared. If you're going to be out late, have that snow brush ready in the car. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. And finally, watch your step. Always got to be mindful of those sneaky, slick spots, especially in the shade or down by the river. All right, let's do a hard pivot here. One of the coolest things about any single day is looking back to see what else happened on this exact date throughout history. So let's crack open the time capsule for January 31st. Wow, what a fascinating mix of events. So on this day, way back in 1780, Jonathan Carver, a key figure who helped map this very part of the country, passed away. Then you fast forward to 1848, and another famous explorer, John C. Fremont, is facing a court-martial. And then a huge leap forward in 1958, America officially enters the space age, launching its very first satellite, Explorer 1. Okay, let's bring it all back to Hastings now. The source material used this really elegant metaphor to tie the whole day together, to describe its transformation from day to night. And this just nails the entire journey of the day. The daytime, it's a picture-perfect postcard. It's crisp, it's clear, it's beautiful. But tonight, that postcard gets tucked away, and suddenly you find yourself inside a snow globe. The clouds move in, the snow starts to fall, and it creates this completely different, cozier, more intimate little world. So you go from a crisp walk by the Mississippi to the quiet arrival of snow overnight, and you even have these echoes of explorers on land and in space. You know, every single day really does have its own unique narrative. It kind of makes you wonder, for the people actually living it in Hastings, what story will this day tell for them?